Step into the zone where we elevate minds. More than just a coach, we're breaking the bonds. Lessons to inspire and lift you off the ground. In the sound we redefine the way we're found. Tune in, turn it up, let the vibe explode. Knowledge drops heavy on this winding road. More than a coach, we're a force on the rise. Busting through limits, reach for the skies. Each episode a journey, take the leap with me. Building greatness together, we're born to be free.
What's up, y'all? This your boy, Coach Marshall, from the More Than the Coach podcast. First off, I want to welcome y'all back. Season 5, Episode 2. Tonight, y'all, it's going to be entertaining. It's something new. It's something different for me. I got a special guest, which I'll be bringing them in shortly, momentarily, real quick. But before we get going, y'all, I want to give a big shout out to Pastor Elvin Owens and his shoe drive for the kids back to school. He made it real successful. Over 500 pair of shoes that was donated to his cause, and he made it happen for the kids. Salute you, Pastor. Keep up the great work, my brother. Keep up the great work. Also, this Saturday at the legendary event center on Jocelyn Street, y'all, a Denim and Diamonds party for the grown folks, 2nd annual. So y'all make sure y'all come out there and support. It's going to be some good music, good food, good drinks for those that like it. Enjoy yourself, man. Get the grown folks a little something to do. So y'all make sure y'all check that out. All right. Also, the summer ain't over with yet. The sun's still blinging out there. Y'all go get y'all some Roberto Coso sunglasses from the champ, Robert Sims. Hit him up on Facebook. Reach out to him, y'all. He told me today that they going fast. So y'all got to go pick them up. We got them in multiple colors. Hey, for you fellas, you want to look fly, go see this guy. Oh, yeah. Also, y'all, all you parents out there, y'all got to go see my boy Mark Deasy at Lavish Clothing out here on Lawndale. Y'all make sure y'all go support the brother. Make sure y'all giving them some love. Get them gear, fresh gear, because he got some fire up in there. And it's not just lavish gear. He got also other things, You will see a video coming real soon. Or you can follow him on Facebook, and you can see everything he got going. So y'all make sure y'all support the brother, always supporting black business. You know what I'm saying? One other thing I want to say, go follow and support these podcast shows, y'all. These are people from Saginaw doing big things. From my boy Danye F. Jones, Yacht Life Chronicles, Thawed Magazine, Kente Parker, also William Brown, and then even my boy Andreas Williams with the app Liveways and Soapbox. Y'all got to check them out. Go support them. And of course, the Mr. and Mrs. Marshall podcast, as well as the More Than the Coach. So y'all make sure y'all go check it out, y'all, for real. So with that being said, y'all, I'm going to get into the introduction real quick. It's a nice one. Great. It's next guest I got, y'all. I followed him. Been knowing him anyway for a while. But I seen him on the podcast and it was real interesting. And it's something I said, I need to find out more about that. City council. Really never, dabbled into it. But, when you know good people and they doing some good things in our community and for our community, it's always good to follow up. So, y'all, tonight, I'm going to have the pleasure of sitting down and talking with Mr. Eric Braddock. He was appointed District 1 Commissioner for the City of Saginaw Human Planning Commission Board in January 2021. He currently works for Saginaw Public Schools as an academic intervention, and he was the basketball coach for the middle school, or he still is, but he'll elaborate on that a little bit more when we talk to him. Mr. Braddock also served as a senior non-commissioned officer in the United States Army Quartermaster Corporal. Salute you, my brother. All his Army dogs got to stick together. He was a combat veteran who served 2 tours of Iraq, Freedom 2 and 3, I think it was, or 3 and 4, one of the 2. I was in the first one, but Desert Storm, but he was over there as well. Also, Eric is a community activist, served as a chairman and board of Saginaw Citizens United for Equality and Justice. He also is a minister at St. Luke CME Church of Saginaw, which is good to know. And he's a graduate of Saginaw High School, a proud graduate. I seen his videos, especially when they had the big reunion. He was out there, supporting, showing his face out there, and he's always in the community. And also, Mr. Braddock has earned his associate's degree from Central Texas College, which he'll elaborate more on that tonight. So y'all, tonight it's an honor, my honor, to bring on the More Than the Coach podcast, Mr. Eric Braddock. How you doing, my brother?
Man, I'm doing fine, man. I'm glad to glad for you to have me here, man. I'm glad to be on camera with you, man. I like the introduction. I didn't even know it didn't sound. I didn't know it sounded like that.
Oh yeah, man. I try to put my radio voice on and do it the right way. You know what I'm saying? So I know I said some things about you, man, but you might want to add something that I might have missed and that my listeners and viewers can check out about you.
Oh, well, you pretty much everything you said I have been doing since I came back home for the most part. I've been home for the last 4 or 5 years and been trying to get involved. I've been involved in more other things in the city also too as well.
Okay.
And so even just helping and assisting, we're trying to mentor these kids and talk to these young boys and young ladies all the time, and so. Yeah, so like you say, man, I'm from here. I was that kid, I grew up in Townhouse, and by the way of 14th Street and Brown Street. So, I know the neighborhoods pretty well. So I don't forget where I come from. You know what I'm saying? I know where I come from.
That's cool. Well, man, hey, once again, it's an honor to have you on, man, and to give you this platform to speak and talk about what you're doing. So with that, I'm gonna open right up, man, and ask, what is the role of a councilman in the city of Saginaw?
Man, the city council member, pretty much, it consists of 9 members of the city council. It's a city management form government, and pretty much our role is to really, set the municipal policies in our community, enforce the ordinances and, approve budgets, things of that nature like that. Also, determine the tax rate maybe, also as well. But, and also come together in the community. I think also outside of just being, doing the things at the city council, I also think that, also it's important to use your platform to organize too as well in our community to help bring some people together.
That's true. That's cool, man. So what are some of the biggest changes you want to see when you become part of this city councilman for our city?
That's a good question, man. I would like to see that our quality of life in our community improve. Our parks, our recs, our community centers. We need those things back in our community. We need those things back in our community, pretty much. Also, and so there's, and then also public safety is a big thing too, man. We need to somehow our city government need to relate to the community to try to see if we can, dull this violence down, in our community too, because public safety is a big thing, and we have to protect our children, in our community too. So, I would like to see that. And then also too, I would like to see, our entrepreneurs, our, small businesses be supported a lot more too. I hear a lot of, different complaints and about, small businesses, looking for, different opportunities that everyone else has, and so, we need to support our, small businesses, our podcasts, those things, in our community like that, so I'm looking at, looking to see where we can fit in. And then also as a, home ownership, land ownership, property ownership, that's important too, for the working and middle class families to be able to create wealth in their families by buying land and property and owning small businesses. So we have to make a way for those things, and we have to come together for those things to happen, I believe.
That's true. So with being this in this running for city councilman, when is the exact voting date for
Well,
those that might not know?
the exact voting date is November 5th. That's the general
Okay.
election. That's, and so that's when they're going to vote for the president and all the executive offices in the Senate, and also you have the early voting, absentee
Hmm.
voting. I believe the absentee ballot is coming out September 27th, and early
Okay.
voting will probably be around the early October sometime. So I don't know the exact date for the um, early voting.
Okay. That's cool. So as a city council, do y'all have like say so with the streets? You know how rough the streets is? Because I asked a couple people, and this was one of the questions. They was like, ask them, do we feel that our streets are safe, or would they push, especially on the east side of Saginaw, to work out and repair a lot of streets over there?
What I do know that is they are looking to improve our streets. I know there's I can't think of the name from the I talked to a lady from the that works for the road commission. They just got Sheridan done. They just did
Oh,
Sheridan. I believe Perkins. I think Perkins is on that list to get done too, and so
man.
that's a good one. So they are looking. They're not ignorant. These people drive around the city too as well and see the state
Yeah,
of the road. So yes, and that is something that's important. I think I tore up my car on Perkins Street.
man, for real. I try to stay away from it.
Yeah, for real.
Real.
And so, communicating with people that, they are addressing those streets and getting to them for sure, so, but
Okay.
yeah, we do need to retrofit our community, not just our streets, but, our communities, our houses as well.
That's true. Especially, all these abandoned homes, man, it's time for them to go. It's eyesores in a lot of these communities and neighborhoods, man. So I hope that it's one of the big things that they hurry up and change it. I know it costs from talking to people, but it's something that's needed to beautify our community, make our neighborhoods look a lot better. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I would just like to say that, there's a lot of opportunities, I think, for our community to get involved in home ownership and land ownership. I think that we have to come together, form a group or something like that, and pick up some of these properties. And
Mm,
I think it's important into rebuilding. And I know that there's plenty of money statewide, federal, and statewide that grants and everything to help with those type of projects and remodeling and rebuilding homes, affordable houses too as
mm,
well in our
exactly.
community too, and that's important too.
Yeah,
Affordable housing.
mm, that's cool. So I love everything you saying. I mean, you even touched on some of the things that I was gonna ask, but I guess I can still ask it in a different form. So if it's one thing about our zone and area, where you will be, is it a certain district that you will run in, or it's the whole city of Saginaw?
It's the whole city. We pretty much
Okay,
govern, the 9 members govern at large. It's pretty much at large for the whole city, and so
okay.
um, there's probably this is my first time as well running for office as well. I am my major is political science. That's been my major
Mm,
for a while now. And like I do have an associate's degree, but my bachelor's will be in political science here soon, hopefully. But
okay.
yeah, back to the So with the city council, as far as the Saginaw, and they when I was on the commission board, they did have broke it down in different wards. We had different responsibilities of wards, so that might be broken down with the city council
Mm,
members as well once you there
okay.
or once you
Oh, that's
elected.
all right. Well, that's good to know, man. And I know we talked earlier, and you have a running mate that's running with you. It's like y'all.
No, well, no, actually, Tobias Young, one guy endorsed. You know what I'm saying? Me and him
Okay.
talked about running and everything, and so he said he's going to run and he's coming in. I talked to a few people to see what they thought about running for city council. But I think one of the good things is this year that you have a lot of people on the ticket. You know,
Mm,
and so it was. I feel like that's important. I believe there's a few good people. It's some good people that's running. you know.
Yeah.
And so I feel like that's good for our city, you know, because you see more people wanting to get involved, and you see more people that want to, you know, want to be part of the change, as well as me as well.
Exactly. That's cool. So I know you say your background is political science, but what made you really want to get into that, after seeing how our city been ran for years, since we kind of old school now, what
Yes,
made you say, this is what I want?
man, you know, I love my city, man, and I want to
Yeah.
give back, you know, and I believe this is the best way I can give back as
Mm,
well, to get involved. I believe I have the knowledge and the ability,
mhm.
and the leadership. You know, I believe I have the leadership to help move Saginaw forward, you know. And I think it's important for, you know, everyone to know that, you know, I'm not, you know, coming in running to, you know, with, you know, to cause any division or anything like that. I think the
Mhm.
most important thing we have to look at is, you know, I believe we have to close the gap on the generations. You
Yeah.
know, I think, you know, we have an older generation. You have some really good people that's, you know, people that's been putting in work for years. And so,
Mhm.
you know, hopefully, as far as us being the next generation, we can learn and then come in and make improvements like that. You know what I'm saying? Because
Oh yeah.
there's a lot of different factors when it comes to, running the public, you know what I'm saying, for
Mhm.
things to happen, you know.
Yeah. Now I will ask, because it's always good, it's always bad. Have you
Uh-huh.
been getting any negative flack by doing this? Putting your name in this ballot. How you received any negative flack from your own peers?
No, exactly. Actually, no, I haven't. I haven't.
That's
I've been getting a lot of good support. You know, a lot of people say,
yeah.
"Man, we're looking for good people to run. It's good. They go support you." I even got some people saying, "Man, I don't even vote. I'm gonna come out and vote for you." So
That's all right.
we hopefully people come out and vote. I think it's important that we get more involved in our local government and our Congress as well.
Mm,
Make sure we put the right person in the Congress as well, because no matter how that happened at the presidential level, which we have someone from our hometown, and fight for us and
mm,
fight for the things we need here, and so
that's true.
I think right now we have Christian Rivet, who's you know going to be on the ballot, on general for the general election for the Congress, and so we need to get behind her and support her, because she's going to support us back here, so.
Okay. Okay, man, that's good to know. Like I told you earlier, man, I'm really not a big politician. Into it. I know what's right, what's wrong, but I do know that the local is more important. In reality, to me, the local vote and people are the most important. So I appreciate you and commend you for even stepping up in this field, my brother. Most definitely. You know. So a question that was given to me. It said, if you had $1 million that you can do for our city, how would you invest that into our city of Saginaw? Even
I
though we
believe
know
my
a million,
first I believe my first project is, if I had $1 million, my first project would build a community center, build
yes,
a community city that in a facility that that can hold and in place, our kids, and cater to our children, all children too,
yeah,
and so we have many different programs like help, and we have all these different programs that, if we can just come together, and everybody want to be on top, but if we can just come together, and
hmm,
people have to do their own individual things, or and which is fine. It's enough room for 2 or 3 mentorships, but let's come together,
yeah,
and do what's best for our children, because our city's
yeah,
small. We all know each other. We know each other from somewhere, somehow. We all know each other. We know your mother or your cousin, or,
yep,
and so we I feel like there's a responsibility to take care of our communities, and
yeah,
our community centers are like more like resource centers, where
mhm,
it can help the children and the parents. Where we can feed, clothe, and educate our community.
that's right. And that's the biggest issue too that I see right now, bro. We don't work together. We got a bunch of positive men and women here, but like you said, it's about I want mine. No, why we can't come together and help them all?
Right.
And that goes even when you coach. They even go in that coaching world. You got to come together and help
Exactly.
everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's cool. So schools. How do you feel about the new school that we just opened here in Saginaw?
Man, that's a tough question, man. I'll tell you that
I,
though, man. I love being a Trojan. I played basketball for Saginaw High, so for me, man, I really was proud of it. Really represent the city for me. Saginaw High really
Mhm,
represents the city for me. But I'm all about change. I think that our children deserve facilities like this, new
mhm.
up to date school, state of the art school. And so I
True.
do believe that they deserve that, And as far as the politics of the name and the colors and all that stuff is really not important. But what's important is them kids learning and what we produce out that school.
Yeah.
And so we have to make sure the right people are in place, what I'm saying, to carry on those
Mm,
certain cultures, you know what I'm saying? So those certain cultures
that's
that we
true.
pride about, that we have pride about.
That's
And
true. I
so
like that. Yeah. I mean, because I know I went to BV, so I experienced our school closing a long time ago, and and I
mhm.
feel bad for y'all community at the High and the Hill. Even though I worked there and coached there, you seen that sooner or later it was going to happen, but it was like a shock. And even today, I rode by out the hill and seen the sign gone. I hadn't been by the High in a while, but I seen the
Right.
sign gone, and that was just like kind of like a culture shock. Like, damn, it's really gone.
It's really
You
gone.
know?
And
Yeah.
I served some time in Texas, man, and my kids played sports. I have 3 children, grown children. And going to those different gyms, we went to one high school, a consolidated high school in Texas, man. That mug looked like Saginaw Valley. That mug was big. It was
Wow.
nice. I mean, the
Mm,
football field. I mean, it was, and I was like, wow, So I was like, man, we deserve that. The kids deserve that, and
yeah,
they deserve it. So
that's cool. Yeah, I wish them all the luck and everything. From the education to the athletics. I wish every kid, a great thing there and be real successful, even with the doubters and the people that don't want to see it be successful. But like you said, at the end of the day, it's about them kids.
it's
So
about
that's
the
what.
children. It's theirs now. It's not ours no more.
That's
So it's
right.
theirs, and so they didn't go to the high or the hill. What I'm saying, this
Hmm.
is United, so this is for them. So
Yeah,
we have to embrace it. You know what I mean? We have to embrace it.
that's right. So you did touch a little bit earlier, but I have to ask, like, what's important to you for our city? Is it like building new homes, stopping the violence in our community? What? How does that rank for you? Because I know we need both. We definitely need to stop in the violence, but as a
Yeah, we need.
Republican,
I
how
like
do
to
you
say
feel?
I like to say everything. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I like
Hmm.
to say
Oh yeah.
everything a glass ball. You know what I'm saying? Everything a glass ball. You can't drop neither one of them. But I do think we do need to have the public safety, our community, our culture.
Mm,
We need to denounce some of the things that has happened. And I think the
mm,
toughest thing, the historical beefs and the back and the retaliations, those things
mm,
are going to be hard to intervene, but we need some intervention. We need some intervention bad, in this city when it
mm.
comes to violence here in this city. So, I think, most importantly, I believe we have to start with the younger generation. We need to be more deliberate and more intentional
Mm.
with I think like the third graders, third and fourth, we need to go on and
Yeah,
get them now. We need to
yeah,
snatch them up and start doing something different, having scenes for them, that generation. Not saying that the other generation is lost, but we need to do something else for that. We need an intervention for that and start building
hmm,
things. I would like to see that. But public safety is probably one of the biggest things,
hmm.
um, because our identity is kind of trapped around that, you know.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know what I'm saying? So if we can just have our own identity as a city in this country, man, we are a
Mm,
very talented city. We produce so much talent out this city to
mm,
be a city under 100,000.
for real.
And so we have the talent, the people. We have it here, and so we
Yeah,
don't have to be like Chicago. We don't have to be like Memphis. We don't have to be like Gary, Indiana. We don't have to be the baddest city in the state
Mhm.
in that regard. You know what I mean? So,
True.
I would like to see us have an identity change for real.
Yeah. Do you feel we need more like hometown police officers? Like you see the Beatty brothers, you know, born and raised here, grew up here. And when we were younger, I seen more local police, that was from our neighborhoods. Like you go home or you go to this side of the town, they live right there. Do you know we need more of that can have a little bit more community involvement?
Man, I believe that helps. I believe that helps. My uncle, Officer Braddock, was a police
Mm-hmm.
officer who lived in the community, worked in the
Yep.
community, and everybody knew him, and
Mm-hmm.
he took care of a lot of people here. Because a lot of people come
Yeah.
up to me and thank me for what he did for them,
That's cool.
and so yes, I think it's important. I feel like police is important in our community. For the most part. Because we all, when times in trouble, we want to protect our citizens and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
But I do believe that it's important that our police officers are from our community or understand our community. Come from somewhere that's kind of similar to ours. If we
Yeah.
recruiting police officers if we recruiting police officers, where are they coming from? And what
Yeah.
type of environment they're used to. You know what I mean? So, you
Yep.
know,
That's true. No, I just something that's a personal thing of me, of mine. That's like we need to see more, people that's from these areas, and that way I believe they have a bigger role in the communities. Also, too,
mm.
man, Thor magazine, Jay Jack said, "What's happening, my guy?" You
Man,
know,
Jay Jackson, that's my
oh
guy, man.
yeah,
What's up, Jay?
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
we
he out
actually
there
graduated together, man.
like,
Yeah,
okay,
I got to
that's
hit
it.
you up, man. Got to hit you up. We got to get together.
Oh yeah, he got to get you in the magazine talking about the thing you're doing, man. So
For
that's a
sure,
great
for
guy.
sure.
I had him on the podcast last week, and we kicked it for over an hour and a half about sports, man. So that was all love. Always, Jay Jack. Appreciate you for
Oh yeah,
real.
for sure. Good guy. Always been a good, cool guy. Cool
Mhm.
guy.
That's true. So man, with that, I know you told me you might be done coaching, man. How do you feel really about that? Do we know the big difference. Me and you know the behind the scenes, but
Right.
the impact you gonna make on them kids, though. You know what I'm saying? Not being there.
Man, I've been getting a couple, remarks and things coming back to me. Some
Mm.
players are looking for me to, coach them.
Yeah.
But man, it's just a lot. I would just say it's just a lot for me,
Mm.
for me to do, to be in that realm right now. And so I had to set it down. And also, I'm raising my grandson. Everybody that know me know I always had like my grandson with me. He's 9.
Mm.
And so,
Okay.
he's getting into sports now.
Oh yeah.
So, it
Oh
makes it kind of tough with the back and forth, and so, you
yep.
know, we might revisit it again though. I miss it. I miss it. I miss it. But,
Yeah.
I feel
Oh
like I
yeah.
belong out there, but just a
I
lot
know.
more to it. Than the game, you know what I mean? It's
Oh
just like,
yeah. It's people don't understand that part of it, bro. When it comes to coaching, man, for real. That's the truth. So, what's some of the favorite things you like to do at home, man? I know, family, man, of course. But what's some of the good
man,
favorite things that you like to do?
I'm probably pretty boring, man. I read a lot. I read a lot. I read a lot, man. I do. I
Okay.
read. I read a lot of different books.
Mm.
I be at my Bible, but I read. I read a lot, and I be studying. So that's what I do. I watch Power though. I got a couple shows that I watch
Mm.
on TV.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah, you
I'm a
gotta have it.
basketball fan, so I check out the.
Hmm. Yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta have
man.
that.
Yeah, but I like hanging out with my people, man. Seeing, seeing my people,
Mm-hmm.
playing dominoes though. I like a good
Mm.
game of dominoes, man. So all y'all, if somebody invite me over for some dominoes, so we can get them up.
Uh-oh. I heard that. That's all right then, man. And since you like to read, I'm gonna give a little plug coming soon in 2025 too, bro. Yeah.
Okay,
The Memorizing Coach Marshall. It's coming soon,
okay,
y'all. It's complete, but it's all in that processing now. You know, took me some years to finish it, man, but and give you something to read and, you know, get a different side of shit.
That's how you know it's good work. That's how you know it's
Yeah,
good work, man. It took years to write a book, and that's when you know it's some good
man,
work.
real. You know, watching my wife do it, I got motivated behind it and said, you know what, I gotta tell my story. You know, because ain't nobody else gonna tell it like me. So, you know,
Exactly.
but that's cool. And speaking of that story, man, before we end up getting up out of here, man, because I know you're a busy man. When do you find time to rest, my brother?
Oh man, I'm working on that. I'm getting it now. You know, now that I'm not coaching, I'm getting a little bit more rest, to be honest.
Okay, that's good.
I'm doing less driving around than a
Yeah,
lot than less driving around. So I got some time now.
that's
But
right.
yeah, but rest is important, man. But like I said, it's going to take all of us, man. And my slogan is we're stronger together. You
That's
know,
right.
and so we have to come together, be willing to come together. We might have to, some of these leaders, we might have to compromise some
Mm,
things, but you know, to advance our city,
yeah.
and advance our communities, and I truly believe that once we get this, I truly go get some good people in office, and I think in the years to come, you're gonna see the change in Saginaw, and I think a lot of things are changing. I think you're gonna see the change in Saginaw to where you're gonna see people want to move back.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen couple people came back here like, I'm just gonna stay here. And so, if we can build the economy up here, build our small businesses up, get
Mm-hmm.
some more home ownerships in our community. I think things can look good for us in our city in the future. And
That's
so
right.
I would like to be part of that process and lead us into that process. So vote
Yeah,
for Braddock. Yeah, vote
there
for
it
Braddock.
is. I put that back up there again for you, bro. Like you say, we are stronger together.
We're
So
stronger
y'all,
together, for
that's
sure.
right. So y'all make sure y'all go out November 5th, or if you're doing your early voting, y'all make sure y'all look on that ballot and check my man name. Bro, I wish you all the best. I wish you nothing but
Man, I
success.
appreciate it,
Man.
man.
I mean, it was cool not knowing it, talking in the hallway at Bridgeport while you subbing class, and now we talking about you running for city council. But one thing, do y'all work close with the mayor too? I meant to ask that earlier.
Well,
Do you
yes,
work?
the mayor is part of the city council. The mayor is part of
Okay.
the city council, and the city council is the one who votes the mayor. Vote for the mayor. So,
Oh, okay, cool. See, I told you
mayor,
I
yeah.
ain't know a whole lot, bro. I'm learning.
Mm.
I'm learning.
Yeah,
It's
and
crazy.
it's a lot of people. It's a lot of people out there, man, the same way, man. So don't feel bad. 'Cause, I mean, people not
That's
really,
cool.
they don't really pay
Well,
attention to
man,
that
I
stuff.
wish you nothing but um. Are you gonna have any like platforms, or y'all having any rallies where you're gonna be speaking at? For people to
We
come and
looking
see you.
to we're looking to do a rally here soon. Matter of fact, we're supposed to meet this weekend on it, and
Okay.
so yeah, we're supposed to meet this weekend on it. I'm glad you said that. Yeah, we're supposed to meet this weekend. I gotta make sure make some phone calls today, but we're supposed to meet. Meet on that and try to get that thing rolling. Do like a rally for the public so people can come out and meet some of the candidates. So hopefully we can put that together. There are some forums coming up. So the forums coming up as well. You also have Jacinta Seals running as well for city
Mhm.
council. City council. And so and Tobias Young, Charles Allen, those guys I like to give a shout out to.
Oh
And
yeah.
so yeah, it's a good people running, man. Y'all get out there and vote, exercise the right to vote. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
important. We need to get in the practice of it. We need to get in the, build that back up, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Pass down good habits to the next generation.
That's right. Well, Mr. Braddock, my brother, future city councilman. Hey, it was a blessing, man, to sit and talk with you tonight. You know what I'm saying? I
Oh
hope
yeah.
some people learn something. Hope they learn more about you, and they're gonna come out and support you. But from here on out, man, I'll be promoting and helping you, and whatever you need from me, man, you just let me know. I got you back, my brother.
All right. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me as well.
Oh man, thank you for spending time talking with me tonight, man, on the podcast, bro. It was a blessing. And I salute you, my brother.
All right. Thank you, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
All right, we'll talk.
Yep. Peace. So y'all see, man, it's a great conversation with Mr. Eric Braddock on the More Than a Coach podcast. You see, I'm repping the gear. Go out and vote. Y'all make sure y'all do what y'all got to do to support and help this brother out, as well as the other people that's running for city council. Hey, they all we got. They're about making changes. You already see here about the youth, and that's what we need. We need more people that's about these kids, man, and making it better for them in their future. So with that being said, y'all, I appreciate y'all tuning in tonight. Next week, y'all check in with me again next week. We talking about mental health with my brother Corey U-Fit Jackson, and that's gonna be something powerful there as well. So y'all make sure y'all check it out. That's next Thursday, September 19th, right here on the More Than the Coach podcast. And once again, y'all, I gotta throw that to memorize the Coach Marshall 2025. You're gonna like it. Trust me. I had to sit back sometime when I was writing, like, wow. But other than that, y'all, this your boy Coach. I'm out. Y'all have a good night. Peace.
Step into the zone where we elevate minds. More than just a coach, we're breaking the bonds. Lessons to inspire, lift you off the ground. In the sound we redefine the way we're found. Tune in, turn it up, let the vibe explode. Knowledge drops heavy on this winding road. More than a coach, we're a force on the rise. Busting through limits, reach for the skies. Each episode a journey, take the leap with me. Building greatness together, we're born to be free. Born to be free. Find the ride to shine, we're chasing the dream. Seasoned with passion, we're more than a team.